You know they're excited about this one because this one is written in caps, and the other one was not written in caps. This one says Brownie Sunday. This one says Kettle Corn!
But I like kettle corn.
I like Kettle Corn. But this is another Ohio liquor maker's pick. And yeah, this one is 3 Cuvée, 246, and 5 of the new Mondial. And yeah, that's a lot of that.
Yeah.
This is like 2 of my 3 favorite staves because I like when they have the spice in them.
Yeah. This one also just looks darker than the other one did.
It looks it's like a brown more than it is like an amber.
Yeah. But I'll fucking be damned. It smells like kettle corn.
It really does.
It smells like burnt
Yeah.
sugar. Well, not even burnt sugar, brown sugar. The breadiness, which kind of at this point smells like popcorn.
Yeah.
God damn.
That actually might be a good description for the Maker's Mark breadiness. It's
Popcorn.
almost like a popcorn.
Like a very, very plain popcorn, I could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not butter, but yeah.
Definitely some spice.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon spice. And then I guess like that, there's just that signature Maker's Mark like something that I don't know how to describe anymore.
Right.
This has it, and I don't know what it is. It's not cherry, it's not a fruit.
Right.
Maybe just the way the spice interacts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one smells distinctly Maker's without the distinct Maker's Mark cherry.
Yeah.
Don't know how, but it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it defies all logic. But it does.
The nose
A lot
makes
lighter.
the nose is not the nose indicates it's gonna be way harder than it actually tastes. This is not hot on the taste at all.
No, this might be the lightest Maker's pick I've had
Wow.
in terms of heat.
In terms of heat, I might have to agree with that.
I need to go back at it to actually get the flavor. I was more focused on heat.
So front end, you just get hit with like sugary sweetness, like caramel, burnt sugar, brown sugar, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's not burnt. A little bit of oak spice.
I definitely get oak spice. I think I might be getting it more than you are.
Yeah.
Personally. But I'm getting a lot of that at the start.
There's a little bit of spice on the start, but it's so sweet.
Yeah.
It's so light.
And the sweet just transitions throughout. Like, you get a little bit of like astringent oak on the finish.
Right. You don't get. It's not creamy. It's not rich. It's a lighter sweetness, like that you'd expect from a lot of the Maker's picks.
Yeah. I get a little bit of like vanilla cream or coconut cream on the finish too.
I can see coconut cream. I don't really get a vanilla flavor from
I get a little bit of vanilla. I can see where you're coming from. With
It's some kind of creaminess. It may not
it.
be
Like I
vanilla
see
cream.
where you're coming from. That it can be seen as vanilla. I just see it as
Yeah.
like more of a vanilla bean.
Okay.
Like more of a vanilla bean than like a true like vanilla extract or like.
I mean, I could see vanilla bean, but I am getting cream, and I guess it's coconut cream and vanilla bean.
I can see that. I think because it's not a sweet vanilla that I'm getting.
No, but I'm getting some kind of creaminess for sure.
I'm getting coconut because I do get a coconut note.
You know what it reminds me of? The cream and mallow cups.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
That's the creaminess that I'm getting, which would make sense for kettle corn too, because I was saying that make kettle corn with coconut oil earlier. Kind of goes hand in hand a little bit for me in my mind.
Again, their naming is spot on for these.
This is delicious. I think I like this better than I like brownie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I like the brownie a lot.
I like the brownie a lot, but this is like the flavors of this are just like they're fucking great.
So we're finding Ryan's taste.
I really like how sweet this is.
I really like this, but the decadence from that brownie is just so unexpected for me.
That's the thing about the brownies, that it does have like a thickness to it and like that chewiness to it that really adds it to it
It
for
has
me.
a dark sweetness.
Yeah. And like that's where that resonates more with me, but I also really like this one just because this is just like, I don't want to say generic sweet bourbon, but like if you think of a sweet bourbon, this is up there with like really, really sweet bourbons, and I really like that about it.
Yeah.
This might
It's
be
still
like
distinctly Makers.
second or third for me in the Makers private selects behind the newest Find One Good Spirits pick and Rob Samuels.
I'm having a hard time remembering each one now.
I
It's
know.
Like,
I've tried so many now.
Yeah, but
I know that Rob Samuels stood out to you guys, and I liked it, but like I
stood
can
out.
barely remember
It
it
was
now.
practically this, but with the mocha.
Okay.
That might explain it for you.
yeah.
I don't know what's different for me. Again, it's a single barrel, so
This
that
one-
has something to do.
What's the composition on Rob Samuels?
I want to say it's
I don't know.
It was
you have this
244
stuff,
something.
right?
I think it was 2 Makers 46, 4 American. No, not American Pure. There was 4 mocha in it. I know that much for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know.
you
have
can go
it,
look.
right? I'm
The
gonna-
generation of proofs, you'll just have to kind of spin the whole package.
That's fine. I'm just curious what the composition is.
But just to wrap this one up real quick. So it's one of Ryan's favorites. I really like this.
I really
it's
like
not my
this.
favorite. I do really, but not my favorite when my least favorite is still something I would buy in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Is worth noting.
I think I would buy this. I would not necessarily buy a backup of it,
Oh yeah.
but I like
I'd
this.
buy it to
from-
have a bottle because I know I would slowly want to go through it.
Yes. Because I do like how sweet this one is.
But,
But
oh,
it's
yeah.
not as complex as like other picks that we've had that I
Right.
really like.
Which has its upsides and its drawbacks.
Rob Samuels is 2 cuvee, 4 mocha, 4 spice.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay.
I had a feeling that Cuvée was in that one.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that does
Cuvée
make
100% was. I just don't remember if it was 4. I'm kind of surprised that the Rob Samuels pick did not have any 46 in it. But
Oh, I'm not surprised at all. He probably wanted to do something different because he makes a whiskey made entirely out of 46.
fair. But anyway,
Yeah, Makers just does a phenomenal job. And I have to say that every single time I drink something that they've made. Something new that they've made.
it's definitely sweeter on my second sip. Yeah, I don't put it as highly as Ryan does, but I really like it.
I could see why somebody would make this one of their favorites.
Yes. Like, I get what you're saying. But
Thanks for
me,
validating me, guys.
But for me, no. Of course. Yeah, this is really good though.
This is delicious.
Just goes to show that, because Ohio liquor picks can be very hit or miss. I did not like their Ezra Brooks pick as much as I like the Fun One of Spirits.
Oh yeah, no, if I want a good experience, they blew it out of the water.
The Dickel pick was an Ohio liquor. That one was okay. The bread and butter pick didn't really jump out at me for Ohio liquor for Maker's Mark.
I don't even know if I tried that one.
I was given a sample of that.
Oh, okay.
But like, this goes to show that, like, it didn't stand out to me, but I like that bread and butter pick. This goes to prove that it doesn't matter who makes it, even if they can be hit or miss, it's hard to be hit or miss when you make a Maker's pick.
Yeah.
You're much more likely to hit than anything else. I don't think they have a bad combination.
Right.
They have combinations I wouldn't like as much, but I don't think they have a bad.
Right.
And this one I put like upper middle for Maker's picks I've had, I think.
Yeah. This
It
is
doesn't super jump out at me. The name makes it more memorable, and the fact that the name matches the nose perfectly.
I definitely place this one above average. Like I
Yes.
would definitely place this one above average.
In terms of Maker's picks on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you put it at? Using your normal scale. But applying it to Maker's Mark where 10 is like your absolute favorite.
I'd say this is either a 7 or an 8.
I think I put this in a 7.5.
Well, I'd have to go back and reevaluate because if like I'm putting that on like my bourbon scale. If I did it on a Maker's Mark scale, I'd probably put it at like a 6. Like of just Maker's Mark's picks.
I can
With
see
like what was the one we liked the least? Was that the New York pick?
That was the 7 pure 3 mocha.
Yeah, that one I would probably put it like a. Honestly, that one I would have to put it at 1 just because right now that's my least favorite and like I can. Only,
Right, now keeping in mind that's a scale of Maker's picks, not a
Yeah,
scale
that's
of
just the
bourbon.
scale of Maker's
Like
picks.
that was still I think a 6.
I would put that
Out
as
of
a
10
6.
in terms of bourbon.
Yeah, that was a cut above an average bourbon for sure.
Yeah. I think I would put this at about like a 5 or 6 on a Maker's scale. Probably closer to a 6.
I would put this as a 6.
And Ryan's over here like, I put 10.
It's
9.5.
It's 9 for me.
I should have turned the camera and go, it's 9 for me. Well, guess what? It's 9 for you. It's 9 for me. No, it's actually
It's
for
9.
Oh, okay.
But no, this is. I mean, again, I don't think I'll ever have a maker's pick I don't like.
Right.
This is true, and
But-
I don't know what it is about this one that I like more than the brownie, but like something
That brownie,
about,
I cannot shake how much I love the chocolate.
I really do. I love the decadent chocolate in that, but like this just does it for me.
It could just be that the chocolate doesn't do it for you as much as it does it for us.
Yeah, that's fair.
If there's some people, they just want like the pure like bourbon sweet notes
Right,
without
which
like
this masters.
yes, like this is
This is up there with a Knob 12 that's mellowed out.
yeah
It's up there with that Rebel 10. It's up there with like
yeah this
a
is
good Larceny barrel proof.
as much as I like the brownie sundae, I would say this like flavor profile wise matches up more with like a standard bourbon,
Yes.
which for one
Which
thing
is great. I mean, I like the maker's picks that don't necessarily taste like a standard bourbon.
yeah
But this does standard bourbon phenomenal.
yes, and I want to say like that might be why you like this one better
Yeah.
than the
Yeah.
brownie because
Because our taste kind of leans in that direction when it comes to
I just love chocolate in my whiskey.
Yeah.
Not actual chocolate, but like notes of chocolate.
Bird Dog chocolate, brother. Here you go.
I
I've heard that
fucking
was
suck.
actually pretty good.
It's good as a mixer. I would never ever drink it straight.
But yeah, who the fuck drinks chocolate whiskey straight? Who is that stupid that's ever been shot?
High schoolers, underage college students.
I feel like it's called the trailer park dessert.
Probably, yeah. I wasn't gonna go there, but yeah, like
Yeah.
definitely the.
I feel like Alabama consumes a large amount of Bird Dog chocolate whiskey. That's a very specific sentence, but I feel like it's true.
In their defense, what else would you do?
Why are you
with that?
Why are you out here balancing water bottles?
So why not? Why not?
Anyway, yeah, the two I've had so far now, I'm impressed.
Yeah, no, these are fantastic.
Like, I'm glad I'm gonna get to have another one of them. I kind of want the other three.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see, but like honestly, I feel like
Considering with the names, I'd have thought I'd like this more, and the brownie sundae blew it out of the water for me.
I have a feeling that if I was to try all of them, I think brownie sundae would come out as my favorite of the
I
Ohio picks.
think so too. I want to see this campfire s'mores one.
I'm very curious.
That's the one that I think would stands a chance of rivaling this. The other ones didn't look like they'd stack up to this because I didn't think they'd stack up to that.
You wanna
and
know
that
what-
didn't stack to this for me.
You want to know which one makes me the most curious though? Is the Honey Crisp.
Mm.
That one makes me very curious about what like.
I bet I would think that it's very honey forward because it's named after a fucking apple, but I bet
Yes.
you it's not apple at all.
That's the thing I'm wondering is like, is it appley or is it more like honeyed and like sweet at the
That would be my
at that
guess.
point?
personally.
I'm curious.
Anyway, Kettle Corn Ohio Liquor Pick.